Let's get a little nutty, everybody. What's happening? Welcome to Film Junkee Live. How you doing out there, huh? Hopefully doing pretty good. It's Monday. It's the end of Monday. You can relax. Monday is over with. This Monday is over with. Now we got the rest of the week. We got Fantastic Four week. We got Comic-Con week. Got a lot of things happening to wrap up this July. I mean, we still have a week after that, which is funny, but that's where everything's going to mellow off when it comes to this crazy month of blockbuster movies. That's right. All right. How we doing out there? Hopefully you guys are doing good. Hit that like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, comment if you're watching later, do all the things. Hopefully, unlike last week, hopefully the live stream is okay, you know? So, I don't know. Like I said, YouTube was not liking me last week. Hopefully it likes me this week. So, but like I said, if it ends up getting cut off, I'll post the rest of it later like I did last week. But hopefully that won't happen, okay? Fingers, toes, balls, eyes crossed. All right, guys. Let's see. What are we doing? Oh, it's already giving me trouble here. What are we doing? Okay, here we go. Let's go to the chat. Good to see you, Monique. Always good to see you. What are we having tonight? Marvelous Monday. Pea soup. Anderson's copycat pea soup with blat. I don't know what blat is. With microgreens on the menu tonight. Okay. Not a big pea person. My mom didn't like peas, so she never fed him to it. But I know pea soup is a little bit different. So I'm sure it's awesome what you make there, but I don't know what BLAT, is that like stand for something? I don't know. What's going on, Eric? Wow, an actual Wonder Woman film got announced. Or is this a Themyscira film they talked about before? Well, there was not a Themyscira film, it was a Themyscira series, the Paradise Lost. That is still very much happening, but we'll talk about that, of course. What's going on, Mr. Fear Jason? Good to see you, bud. We got Cloned Avenger here. What is happening? Taladia Plays. How you doing? Hopefully you're well and safe as well. There's I think there's a chance Soups can reach. Oh yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll definitely talk about that. What's going on, Mr. Phil? There never was a turn. Yeah, there wasn't a film. It was a series. A series. What's happening? Versus Seed. Let's see. Cowboy. Cow. Milk. Drink. I'm trying to decipher your little coded message right there. I don't know. Hey, what's happening, Stephanie T? Always great to see you. We got Mr. Gonzala 09. What's going on? Yeah, if the YouTube doesn't work, we riot. We riot. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, avocado. Oh, okay, so a BLAT instead of a BLT. Okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, blat. When you had that vowel in there, that made me think. So it's a BLAT, as in, you know, with the avocado. Well, I'm not a tomato fan, so I would do the BL. I do the BL. Oh no, BLT. Okay, see, let's see. I looked at it wrong or something like that. No, I would get rid of the T, so I just had the blah, I guess you could say. What's going on, Dave Miller? Superman's box office won't beat Ant-Man 3, let alone Man of Steel. What's Ant-Man 3 at? Oh, that's a weird one. Ant-Man 3? Ant-Man 3 did not... I could have swore Ant-Man 3 didn't even make $400 million. Something tells me that Mr. Miller right there is a little biased. Something tells me, because he said Ant-Man 3 and then Man of Steel, of course. So something tells me Mr. Miller is one of those biased people who, of course, doesn't want to think correctly. But I'm like, Ant-Man 3, I'm going to have to look that up. Hold on, let me see. Ant-Man... I just want to now verify that. Like, how much did Ant-Man? And maybe he's right. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, 476. Yes, it will beat that box office. Again, it will beat that box office. But hey, what could you do? Oh, people, and their fucking bias. And so crazy. Anyways, Mr. Balga, what's happening? Kevin Feige was like, we don't do a Hall H, but I will give you an info dump to keep you talking this week. Those early reactions of the movie are hopeful. Let's see what happens. Yeah, definitely. So we're going to be talking about that. Cheers, Mr. Samir. Good to see you. What's happening, Mr. William? Good to see you, bud. All right. Let's see. Make room for me. Friday. Oh, yeah. We'll have a big Friday vodka stream because we have Comic-Con. We have Comic-Con, and then, of course, we have Fantastic Four. Plenty to talk about, so... yeah, so let's see what else we have. To be fair, Ant-Man 3 was the first movie after... Yeah, it was. Was it? Was it the first one? But Ant-Man 3 just sucked. It just was not good. Superman is doing 600 million before it could possibly. It's definitely gonna crack $500 million. It definitely is gonna crack $500 million for sure. So, but 500, 700 that's gonna be an uphill battle. We'll see. Like I said, those international numbers, but we're gonna check all that out. Obviously, everybody's paying attention to the numbers of Superman. And again, guys, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, do all the things, and like I said, hopefully YouTube will be kind to me tonight, and hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I went to a Dodgers game. You know what? In fact, I totally didn't even, sorry, there's Mama Film Junkie. Good to see you, Mom. Love you. Spend some time with Mama Film Junkie, of course, this weekend. I got dragged to a Dodger game. Well, I said I'd go to the Dodger game, but, Jose, who he's not in the chat right now, but you guys know who Jose is. It was his birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Jose. Happy birthday to you. The fact that my mom's a Dodger fan, and then, of course, you remember Stephanie, my ex. You remember Steph? She also is, part of the little group, so the four of us decided to go to a Dodger game. I went completely undercover, didn't wear any Giants gear. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to not wear any Giants anything and just kind of sit and watch the game and everything. And we had a lot of fun, of course. But, and they lost, which is good. But at the same time, the Giants keep losing, so it's not like it matters. The Giants keep losing. They're losing right now. It's going to be 4 in a row that they've lost. But, it's just the National League West is kind of sucking butt right now. I'm just saying. When it comes to baseball talk, National League West was the division to look at. It started off so strong, and now they're all sucking. They're all sucking right now. They're all losing. I think the Padres won yesterday, though. But anyways, we went there, and that was fun. Long day of driving, and, you know how it is, going in and out of L.A. It wasn't too bad, though. But, always great to go to a baseball game, a live baseball game, even if it's a team that I don't care to watch. Especially if they're not playing my team. But, still good. All right, so where are we at here? Was that even updated? It's not even updated. I just realized that. But, that's box office mojo for you. All right, let's get to the tweets, guys. Like I said, hopefully you guys had a good weekend. And we have a crazy week that's upon us as well again. But let's start off with this. So, I don't know what they were thinking when it came to this, and I don't know. I don't know what the marketing strategy is for this, or maybe they considered it. I don't know. It really doesn't make sense, but at the same time, there's only a handful of directors that could probably do this, and maybe there's only one. Maybe Christopher Nolan is the only one that could have this kind of extended pre-sale tickets. As you guys hear that the Odyssey was already going to be IMAX, 7mm IMAX that were already put on sale in certain spots a year before the movie's coming out. I mean, that's insane because a lot of people don't even know where they're going to be at in a year. You might be buying a ticket right there and then you're going to moving across the country. It's kind of insane. But there already is shit that's happening that is, very mischievous, and people are already taking advantage of it. If you guys saw this right here, people are buying the tickets and then they're reselling them for a ridiculous amount of money. So they're buying out the tickets and then they're, of course, reselling them for $100, $150. They're putting them on eBay. They're doing all this stuff. So if you're seeing people buy out certain tickets, it's because they're trying to flip them and resell them for 5-10 times the price. That doesn't seem like that's what they wanted right there. I don't know. Could be just me. Who knows? Oops. Turn that off. I don't know what's going on with that. But that's just what the hell? What were they even thinking? Universal. I mean, I get it. It's Christopher Nolan. Everybody's, excited for the next Christopher Nolan movie. But I'm a year out? You're going to, do those tales? But that's again, people are going to take advantage. They're going to take advantage. And they are. I don't get it. Oh. Okay, if you're a child of the 90s, 80s, 90s, maybe even into the 2000s, I don't know. All I know is, if you look at this image right here, I know you feel this. You are going to feel this image right here, because when I saw this, I felt the image, I heard the image also, because something would happen when we were on playgrounds and we went down those goddamn slides during summertime, and my God. Do you feel that? I feel that image right there. And then if you're wearing shorts and your freaking skin was like, like that. You know, when you had shorts on and then it was all kind of, and you felt your skin sliding and burning on that surface. Oh, good Lord. Yikes. But we still did it. That's the thing. We were built different. That's right. We were built different. We ain't the pussies that these kids are now. Yeah, they don't have that shit anymore, man. But back in my day, that's right. We got third-degree burns on these freaking metal slides, man. Love it. Okay, what else we got? Of course, we had the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. We talked about that on the Vodka stream, so we don't need to talk about that here. We already kind of broke it down, so if you want to watch that, check it out. The Punisher special, guess what? It's in production right now. Yeah, we all know that the Punisher special is going to be coming on Disney Plus, which is weird. And, there's going to be a special R-rated The Punisher on Disney Plus. That's right. I mean, I love the fact that Marvel's doing this. I'm glad that they're doing this, and it's great. But yes, as of right now, according to the information out there, the Punisher special is now officially filming. And I think there's actually been some set photos, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So, looking forward to that. Definitely. I think we all do. But this I'm not looking forward to. What the F? What the F? I swear to God. Why? I mean, it's just, man. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I mean, what, 2012, 13, 14, whenever Dredd came out, and yeah, it didn't make a big splash at the box office, but it became a cult phenomenon. It was like a cult hit. Everybody loved that movie. I don't know anybody who has, when I talked about the Dredd movie, people just love that movie. And technically that is an Alex Garland movie. I mean, he wrote it, but there's rumors that he actually came in and kind of directed most of it because the original director, something happened with him. I'm not sure, but it's such a phenomenal and great movie. But hey, guess what, guys? We're going to get a Taika Waititi Judge Dredd. Exclusive! Taika Waititi attached to direct a Judge Dredd movie in a hot package that hit Hollywood this week. Where will it land? Hopefully in the trash! Okay, how many times are we going to see Taika Waititi attached to a movie and it just doesn't happen? Am I mistaken, or does it seem like Taika Waititi's been attached to multiple projects, Star Wars, Akira, other things too, and it just doesn't happen? Is it just like, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why? Why is that? And I don't know how many times I saw people, James Gunn's going to bring him over to DCU. Yeah. He hasn't done that. Probably won't do that because he probably doesn't like him either. I don't know. But you know how people are. They're trying to make James Gunn and Taika Waititi in the same category. I'm like, I don't think so. There might be some. But no, fuck this, man. I'm like, why? I mean, that's just, it's going to be ridiculous. And then it's just going to end up being like how the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie's going to be. Have Rob Schneider as the comic relief. Ugh. So no thanks. I think you guys could agree with that, right? Taco? Yeah. Taco Waititi. That's funny. And I don't know why this needs to be a thing too, because, well, you know how it is. We always talk about Hollywood's just running out of ideas, but I mean, it's like, okay, why? I mean, you guys, and especially using the word reboot. Reboot? All right. Okay. Basic Instinct writer Joe Astaras to pen reboot movie for Amazon MGM Studios. A reboot movie? I mean, it should just be a remake, right? Just have a remake? Or is it going to be a continuation? Are you going to have a cinematic universe based on what? A bunch of beaver shots? What are we doing here? A Basic Instinct reboot. Just do a remake. Just call it a remake. I don't see it rebooting. I don't think Michael Douglas or Sharon... Well, maybe... I can't remember. Did Sharon Stone live? I think she lived. I can't even remember the ending of that movie. I think I only remember specific scenes. I'm trying to remember the ending of that movie. I'm totally drawing a blank. But yeah, there you go, guys. If anybody was excited for a Basic Instinct reboot, it's happening. at Amazon MGM Studios. She did live. Yeah, nobody died, right? But I don't think Michael Douglas, didn't he say he quit acting? Isn't he like done? I mean, I guess she might return. Is she going to ice pick somebody else? Anyways. Ah, yes. And everybody's now totally sad and totally depressed about this. That it's an end of an era, and everybody's like getting upset, and everybody's like coming up with conclusions on why this had to be and why this, that, this, whatever the hell. But yes, late night show with Stephen Colbert will end in May of 2026 due to financial decisions. And naturally, people are blaming, oh, it was Trump. I've seen that. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, it was Trump. He canceled it. Not how it works. We're not North Korea, guys. So that's not the case. And the financial decisions, apparently it was getting decent ratings, but at the same time, there was I saw analytic numbers when it came to this whole thing. I guess it cost like $100 million a year for production of this movie, and they were losing like $40 million every year or something like that. It was up to that because apparently the demographic for Stephen Colbert was like the average age was 68 years old. And that didn't appeal to some advertisers, not to mention older people are not going to be staying up. So, I mean, I guess they DVR it or something like that. I don't know. The late night talk show is dying, okay? It started dying once Conan left, okay? Started dying once Conan left, okay? And like the whole politics thing, I know when people were saying that, I was just kind of going, well, when every one of the late night hosts are heavily leaning one side, people get sick of that. And then when you're constantly talking about politics, I know they're going to talk about politics a little bit, but if you go back to the Johnny Carson days, the Jay Leno days, the David Letterman days, and the Conan days, can you pinpoint what their political background was? Do you know what their politics were? No, you don't. Because back then it was making fun of everybody and not really leaning heavily on one side. It was just whoever was in office, you threw some jokes out there, then you threw some random jokes out there, and then it was all about sketches, comedy, and guests. Okay, but then it turned political and turned people off. People have gone to podcasts. Podcasts kind of took over and are getting way better numbers than these late night shows. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some of the others falling off. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It just seems like, when it comes to CBS is more like their demographic is way older. They wanted Stephen Colbert to be the younger one. And it's funny, too, because I kind of wonder, I remember when Stephen Colbert was part of The Daily Show and he played, that over-the-top fake conservative guy, which worked. I think a lot of people got a kick out of that and it was funny. Maybe you should go back to doing that. Since he was, very heavily on this side, now go back to that side and do some parody on these heavily conservative people. Bring that character back on a streaming service or something. How about that? Just do that. Okay? But I would not be surprised if we start seeing some of the others fall off as well. And it's funny, when I keep on seeing, I'm like, does anybody actually watch? I guess I see the clips, but I'm never watching any of these. Like I said, died with Conan. Conan was the GOAT. Conan was the absolute GOAT. Let's see. We'll talk about that later. Oh, man, this is just, Okay, so I think we talked about it last week. I feel sorry for Vanessa Kirby. Vanessa Kirby has had some trouble, and this is just kind of the state of press junkets right now and the certain influencers or whatever the hell you want to call them that are now interviewing, for press junkets. I don't really care to do the press junket thing. I've done the press junket thing. It's not that fun. I'd rather just be like, hey, if you want to come on my stream on Friday and pour a drink and we'll talk shit for 2 hours, I'm all about that. But press junkets, they don't interest me because you get 6 minutes and then it's like, what am I going to ask? Am I going to ask the same questions or whatever the fuck? So you have these people. And last week, we talked about how somebody was telling this girl was telling Vanessa Kirby that she was called cunty princess or something like that. I don't know. It was something crazy. But she was shocked. And Pedro Pascal tried to do his best to be like, yeah, it just means you mean business, you're sexy, you're this, that, and that. But she literally said, oh yeah, people are calling you a cunty queen. I don't know what it is. It was crazy. Now we got this chucklehead right here. This guy right here who, needs a bit of a haircut. is now talking to Pedro and bringing up Daddy.
Pedro has played a father in so many different texts, a found father figure. But do you think it's safe to say that Reed is the first capital D daddy in the MCU?
Look at her face.
Are there not other fathers?
I mean daddy.
Oh,
Yeah,
daddy.
different to father.
Daddy.
Look at her face.
I would. Okay, no. The first capital D daddy in the MCU. No, I would say he's in a group of capital D daddies. There are a lot of daddies in the MCU, if you're asking my opinion.
Tony Stark's pretty
Vanessa
daddy.
Kirby.
Tony Stark is
man.
daddy.
Chris Evans, pretty daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There's actually it's a daddy party.
She's now leaning into it. Lean into it, Vanessa.
Trust me.
You're lucky to stick out in the daddy fest. I hope they're nice to you.
I have to. I'll use my stretching powers to stick out a bit.
Oh yeah, stick out a bit. What are you talking about right there? So I mean, her face was like, what? Vanessa Kirby is now regretting her decision on signing up to be in the fucking MCU. God damn, she's gorgeous, by the way. That is a beautiful woman right there. Anyways, yeah, it's just like, you know, first the cunty thing and then the daddy thing. And even Pedro Pascal was like, what? No, there's other fathers. No, daddy, as in you're a daddy. And luckily, you know, Pedro Pascal being the professional that he is, he was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And then, you know, they gave praise to other people and everything like that. But my God, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Not even going to bring that up. Who cares about that? And then, yes, guys, the sequel, you know, hey, we're getting that, I mean, we're getting that Basic Instinct reboot, right? But mind you, I must remember that we're also, thank God, the sequel that we've been waiting for, we've been begging for so long, but the sequel for Practical Magic. That's right. It's in production, guys. We got our first video. Look, oh my God, they're back. Yeah, Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman.
They're
Sweet.
rolling. Straight away, please.
I don't know anyone who was like, damn, Practical Magic, that needs a fucking sequel. I watched the original back in the 90s. I don't really remember it. I know it's about witches. Hey, Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, they've, you know, they're good. They're still good. They're good actresses. Could be something, I guess. They've aged like fine wine, so maybe it'll be something. I don't know. Practical Magic 2. Now I see Jose, the birthday boy. The birthday boy. What's happening, bud? Let's see. Superman, Superbat, redraw. Mona. So this is a pretty cool Superman and the Batman. Cool little drawing right there. You guys know I love this kind of stuff. Look at that right there. Yes. So you got the Batman upside down, the fire, and the reflection of the water. Then you got Superman, of course, after that building fell and he flew up, and that epic little shot right there in Superman. Pretty sweet. Love that. Little abstract kind of thing right there. That's from, let's see. What are they called? It's Mocha 2. Posted that. Does art. Cool. Love that. Feel like I got a mocha in myself. Good Lord, all right? So you guys out there, you people, and I've made fun of you before, and I'm going to make fun of you again. It's, you know, same when I make fun of the people who say, let's go, which I was hoping that little freaking battle cry would go away, but it still hasn't, sadly. But the whole thing where, and I'm blaming you people for this too, yeah, because you're kind of in the same category. You know, it went from let's go to we're so back, and I just go, where are you back from? Where are we back? I haven't left. I don't know. We're so back. Who's back? But then, of course, that gets applied to now movie franchises. And then I remember when people were saying that about Deadpool and Wolverine. Marvel is back. Marvel Studios is back. We didn't hear for Captain America, Brave New World, because people were like, that movie sucked. Thunderbolts, though, oh, we're so back. Daredevil Born Again, oh, we're so back. Marvel is back. And then guess what? We're already seeing those internet reactions for Fantastic Four and good old Complex right here. Marvel is so back. How many freaking times is Marvel going to be back? Okay? And I called this. I said, oh, they're going to say it. They're going to say it for Fantastic Four. Somebody's going to say it. Marvel is so back. How many times are they going to be back? Okay? And then what? Again, we're going to hear it when we see Spider-Man Brand New Day. Marvel is so back. Avengers Doomsday. Marvel is so back. Stop it. Stop it. Can we stop saying things are back? Nothing's left. Nothing's left. Okay? We've all been here. There's nobody's left. We're not back from anywhere, okay? But then again, it's like we went from let's go. So we went go to back. I don't know. You guys and your sayings. I know, I'm old man yelling at a cloud right now. I get it. I get it. All right, guys, we got an exclusive right here. That's right. We have an exclusive. An exclusivo. We got an exclusivo when it comes to Film Junkee Live right here. I got my first image. First official image. Okay? I got this handed to me, and I might get in some trouble right here, guys. But I'm going to pull a John Campea and just be like, hey, it might be fake. It might be fake, but I think I got the first image. The first image of James Gunn's DCU Batman right here. I think I got the first image right here. All right? Prepare yourselves. It's happening. Look at that. There he is. That's what he's going to look like in James Gunn's DCU. Looks a little odd, but hey, there he is. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's a toy from the 70s right there. Anybody want a squirt gun? Wow. A little odd right there, but yeah. Apparently that was probably at some cheap, little convenience store that you could find that little Batman squirt gun right there. Hey, if I saw it somewhere, I'd buy it. But my God, jeez, my God. Crazy. Oh, but that's not all with the weird. That's not all when it comes to the weird things out there when it comes to everything. So, Fantastic Four. Okay, we already talked about like a certain bucket for Reed Richards that seemed a little odd. And I don't know, it was like, is that even real? I don't know, but it looked weird, especially the angle that it was shot in when it came to his arm wrapping around the bucket, and it looked like it was his pee-pee. So now we got this Fantastic Four drink cup, this cup that has, obviously sometimes they put like the little figurine on the lid of the cup. And well, I mean, if you want to have this Fantastic Four cup, it's probably not real either, but hey, could be real. All I know is that, if you thought Pedro Pascal was a daddy, you might want this cup right here. There you go. Go ahead and take a sip. Take a sip out of this one. He's got his arms folded. He's just waiting for you to take a sip. Stretchy. That can't be real, right? That straw's got to be fake. Jesus. That can't be real. No way. That can't be real. We don't know what's real anymore. I don't know. That straw looks a little fake. I don't think it's real, but I mean, hey, he's just sitting there waiting. Yeah, you keep on sipping. I'm Pedro Daddy. I'm Daddy Pedro. Jesus. And then, I mean, the jokes keep on coming. The jokes keep on coming when it comes to Fantastic Four because, and it's just, I think people are just leaning into the joke because we know that there's Fortnite, obviously. There's going to be skins, Fortnite skins for Fantastic Four, okay? Phrasing. Fantastic Four skins revealed. Yep. I mean, there they are, which is cool. But, when people are saying Fantastic Four skins revealed. Again, you want to see Pedro, Daddy Pedro, and his Fantastic Foreskin. There you go. Good stuff. Hey, we got some new people out there. I see Ben out there. I think I saw Dell out there. I see Indiana Jake, Black Red. Good to see you guys. Seems like the stream is holding out. So I think we're going to be hey-okay. And man, I have some water right here. So, raise a drink out for this man right here, man, if you have one. Malcolm Jamal Warner passed away today. Did you hear about this? Jesus Christ. And if you guys don't know who that is, you guys remember, obviously, he was in the Cosby Show. The son in the Cosby Show, Theo, which, of course, we all watched before we found out about Bill Cosby. But, we still did. But, yeah, Michael Jamal Warner passed away at the age of 54. So crazy, man. 54. Apparently, riptide. I think when I was talking to my brother about it and he was reading it, apparently, I think he was in Costa Rica, and I think the riptide just, freaking got him. And that's no joke, man. The ocean is it can be a scary motherfucker. I almost, one time, and I've talked about this before, I got pulled by a riptide. Me and my buddy on a private beach. This was 13, 14 years ago. I don't know when it was. But we got pulled into a riptide. And it took me a while to get out of there. I almost thought I was done for because it was so just ugh. I felt like I swam 300 laps after this. Cosby Show, drowning. Okay, yeah, crazy. But was it the Great Lakes? I thought I heard it was Costa Rica. See, okay, yeah, there's the information out there. Was it the Great Lakes? I don't know, but apparently it was a riptide thing. And yeah, that's no joke, man. I mean, if there's some kind of riptide, be careful with that. It's scary shit, man. The ocean's a scary place. That's why I'm not I like going to the beach, but going into the water, I'm kind of okay, I'll go in for about 5, and then I'm out. It's Costa Rica. Okay, yeah, it was Costa Rica. I was Great Lakes? No, I was reading Costa Rica. Sad, man. So, raise my little water here. I swear it's water. It's not vodka. Cheers to him and his family, man. That's just crazy. Oh, okay. You're talking about just in general. I was you said Great Lakes. I was what? I heard the other. Okay. I'm a pool guy. I'd rather do that. You can, the water is fine in a pool. Avatar, Fire, and Ash. Apparently there were some people that were lucky enough to go into a movie theater, a big IMAX movie theater with some 3D glasses and got to see the very first trailer for Avatar, Fire, and Ash. And that got revealed today on social media. Certain influencers, of course, got the invite to go see that. I'm never on the list, of course, even though people say I'm doing all this stuff for access. Never have the access. But hey, maybe one of these days I can get a little bit of access. The only sad part about having access is I have to drive out to LA on a weekday. And that's just something I just don't want to do. So I don't really care for that access. But we have the first official poster of Avatar, which is keeping in tune with the other posters that we got, of course, right there, and it looks pretty sweet. Yes, Avatar, Fire, and Ash. It's going to be interesting to see if this movie does gangbusters like the other ones. That's what's going to be interesting. I don't know. I don't think it's going to do as well as the other two. That's just me, though. I could be wrong. But I just don't see it making $2 billion. But it might. You never know. It might. I mean, that's the thing. It's a theatrical experience. It's a theatrical experience. Man, this has been the Pedro Pascal show when it comes to today. But yeah, Pedro Pascal. He's not only the MCU daddy, apparently. He's just a daddy in cinema right now because, my God, this dude's everywhere. And I don't know if you saw this video. I got this video sent to me last week, and then I saw it on the timeline, and I went, oh yeah, this video right here. This video is funny because check this out. It's pretty crazy.
You guys come to AMC theaters, what movie you want to see? You want to see a Pedro Pascal movie? You want to see a Pedro Pascal movie? Or do you want to see a Pedro Pascal movie? Which Pedro Pascal movie do you want to see? He's even Superman. Oh, wait a minute. That's not him. But there he is. Yikes. You guys come to AMC theaters, what...
Yeah, it's Pedro Pascal, Pedro Pascal, Pedro Pascal. Something tells me that his contract also includes his mustache because he never now not has his mustache, right? His mustache is part of the contract now, right? There was a time where he had, his facial hair did kind of change, but it just seems like now it's like, oh, his mustache never goes anywhere. So no matter what, Pedro Pascal, if you're signing him up for a movie, guess what? You have to have the mustache too. I mean, I get it, it's part of his look, but man, every now and again, I mean, he didn't when he was Maxwell Lord in Wonder Woman 84, but, that was a little weird, a little jarring seeing him without a mustache, right? It's like seeing your dad without a mustache, because remember, Pedro Pascal is daddy. Good Lord. Nothing against Pedro Pascal. I like Pedro Pascal, okay? But sometimes it is like a little like, holy shit. It's like, geez, he is like everywhere. He's just every freaking where right now. But nothing wrong with that. At least he's a likable dude, right? What's his name? Osgood? What the fuck's his name? Damn it. What's his name? Jesus Christ. Osgood. What the hell is his name? It says it in the trailer, right? Osgood Perkins. Sorry, I couldn't remember his name. I was like Osgood, but Osgood Perkins, right? Osgood Perkins, when it comes to, he's becoming one of my favorite directors. Obviously, he did like The Monkey and he did Long Legs. He's like been consistently like every year making a movie. And now he's got a new movie. And it looks very interesting. You guys saw this right here. It's called Keeper. Very eerie.
This isn't right for me.
Keeper. Did it die again? Uh-oh. Can't wait for Fantastic Four to outperform. Okay, so we got another person. So...